Hello and welcome to the Nick and Kristen in the podcast. I'm Nick, that's Kristen, we're married, we got a kid, that comes up a lot. Now you're all caught up. Today on the episode, we're going to be talking about how I'm officially in my angsty phase of grief after losing my job. SantaCon is a huge scam in New York, apparently, and I think I'm a FUBBER. I think that's how they pronounce it.
Oh, no.
A FUBBER. So first, my angsty phase. Over the last couple of days, I've decided to take a deep dive into angsty music.
I can't wait to hear what you think is angsty.
Well, I first listened to, because I'm going through my music. I was just sick of everything on my music playlist on my phone. I have like 5,000 songs, and I'm just sick of hearing the same 20 over and over again. And I found Olivia Rodrigo's album, Sour, her first album.
Great
I haven't listened to that in a while. I threw it on, and it's very much like just a album. And,
it's great.
And as I was listening, I was realizing that this album is probably one of those albums in some kid's life that's they're gonna remember forever.
100%.
Like, this is the album that defined their teenage years, where they threw it on and they listened and they cried and they were sad and happy and all this stuff. And that reminded me of the album that was that album for our generation, for a lot of girls, which was Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill.
Yeah, for sure.
I figured, like, anyone that grew up like a millennial, that was the music that you
it was
to.
like slightly older for me.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, that was a great album.
It was, yeah.
It was like the first time like a woman made a whole album that was just angry, and like we loved it.
All against men, or one particular man. Yeah. So I threw that on to see if that held up, and I was starting, like, the angst is building.
You're like, 2
in a row.
These men.
Exactly. And so after that, I put on Paramore's After Laughter album, which is an adult version of an angsty
Anything
album.
Paramore is.
This album in particular is very much like done.
Yes.
It's like Rose Colored Boy. All the they were all hitting. I was like, this is an album that's hitting me harder than it used to.
Mm-hmm.
And it brought up, what angsty albums did I listen to as a kid, or what was the album that I would throw on that was my teen anthem album that I played the heck out of. And I came up with 3.
Okay.
I'll do them now while you think about yours.
Okay.
So my 3 were Tupac, Me Against the World.
Okay.
I would throw that on. It's got angry
Tupac.
songs. It's got happy fun. Well, not happy fun. Like, happy for Tupac.
Uplift. Yeah.
Up
tempo.
Positive songs. Yeah. And also not so positive songs. And second one is Boyz II Men's Cooley High Harmony, which is their first album. It had End of the Road. It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday on it. Motown Philly. And those are ultimate feel your feeling songs and dance songs. And then my last album, Chronic 2001 from Dr. Dre. The one with Forgot About Dre on it.
Yeah, sure.
I played that in my little Walkman that was anti-skip, that skipped all the time. And just walking around, just hating the world. Playing basketball by myself, all by myself. Yeah. Those albums defined my teen years. What about you?
See, that's the thing is, like, I think immediately I have one. So I'm just going to give you the one because I can't think of 3 right now. But for me, it was Green Day Dookie.
Okay.
So the Green Day Dookie album was my every song hit. And there was one song in particular I was listening to on my anti-skip CD player.
We all had one that skipped all the time.
This was like the first guy I really, really liked. And like we were dating. Like, we had decided that we were dating or whatever. And I walked in on him kissing somebody else.
Aww.
And he was like, what? Like, it was very much like I was heartbroken. This was like my first real heartbreak.
Yeah.
And I remember listening to the album as I walked in on him. And that became my anthem of like, I hate you. Because it was a song about like, I hate you, like, get out of my life, that kind of thing. And it very much was like, oh, this is who I am now as a person, this one particular
These
song.
two moments connected.
So yeah, like it was this perfect soundtrack happening in real time. So yeah, when I think back, like Green Day in particular was just like my jam. So like that album and
that was the era because I had Nimrod and I used to play that one all
Nimrod
the time.
was good too.
Yeah, that's where a couple of the
I mean,
hits
they were
came
all
out.
good.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't listened to. I think those are the only 2 I've ever listened to from Green Day. I hear the other one.
Wait a second, you didn't? I burned through American Idiot.
No, I haven't heard.
Wait, what?
I know a couple of songs from it, obviously, because I'm in radio. But I've never sat and listened to the whole album. I know. And
wait a second, but like this is like a cultural thing. Like, do you understand the significance of American Idiot?
No, because I only know a couple of the songs. Well, they had the one song isn't that September Ends on that song?
Sure, yeah.
That's the one I'm just like, all right.
Okay, yes. Just because you've heard it a lot.
Yeah.
But like Okay, so hold on, like tirade here for a second, like little sidetrack.
I should get a siren.
So no, like the American Idiot album was interesting because it was the first time in our like young lives that there was an album that connected. So I
With
don't
what?
with the album. So it started every
okay.
song connected into each other until the end, and it told this whole story. It was this overarching story. And yes, there was singles from it, but it was like a rock opera. And so it was really interesting that Green Day did it because we were all like, what? Like, we didn't expect that kind of level of artistry from them. I don't know why. They're amazing.
Yeah.
They're great, but like nobody saw that coming. Like, it wasn't like
it had been a while since they put out an album.
It had been a while.
So.
Like, there wasn't social media as we know it back then.
Yeah, I was like, when was
it
that?
wasn't very much like now where it's like an artist pumps something up. Like, it was just dropped in our laps and every song bled into the next. And we were all like, well, wait a second. What is this, a whole thing? Like, it went on to be a Broadway show.
Yeah, I heard
because
that they were
just
making a
took
show.
it and like was like, this is the thing. And so it told this like beautiful story. And it was just like, it's an amazing listen.
Okay.
And like you know, if you're sensitive to certain subjects or whatever, then maybe don't listen to it. But like,
I feel like it's political.
it's very political.
Okay.
But like because Green Day's political. Like that's kind of their
which
thing.
I didn't realize till I got older.
They're very, very punk rock, which is always anti-establishment. But like it talks about this, like these kids kind of going through this, and it's just like it's amazing the artistry. Nobody expected it. Everyone was expecting just like angsty pop music, and the musicality of it was fabulous. In fact, I want to watch it. I want to listen to it now, just in its entirety.
Well, I think I will listen to it now.
You should. It's amazing.
Well, because they had Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro, didn't they?
They
like
tried
after
to,
that?
yes. Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro was similar. It was 3 discs.
Uno, Dos, Tres. I don't think.
Oh, yeah. Uno, Dos, Tres. Yeah, there wasn't a Cuatro. It was 3 different discs.
Yeah.
And that it didn't hit as much as American Idiot did. I think they were kind of trying to play off the same kind of thing, but it wasn't as popular.
All right, now it's time for our Hold My Beer. I'm going to tell you about SantaCon. As you can probably expect, SantaCon is done in a lot of cities across the country. It's a bunch of Santas near the Christmas time that get together and drink beer at all the bars.
It's a pub crawl. So like you dress up like Santa and you go from bar to bar and you just progressively get drunker. And
SantaCon has been huge in New York for, I guess, since 2019 is when this started. So a bunch of Santas get together and just basically wreak havoc on the city. The New Yorkers are not fans of it.
Nobody's fans of SantaCon.
Yeah, because it thrashes the city, but they let it go because it was all for charity. A lot of the proceeds go to charity, like to get back to the schools and feed back into the city and things like that. Well, at least that's what they thought it did. It turns out the founder and organizer actually never donated anything to charity. Instead, pocketed all the money.
Of course it did.
Allegedly. According to federal prosecutors, anyway. The guy's name is Stefan, and they're saying he pocketed a majority of the $2.7 million raised.
$2.7 million?
Yeah, $2.7 million raised from SantaCon over 6 years. Instead of donating to charity, he bought nice cars, went on vacation, renovated his lake house, and, things like that. And he's being charged with fraud.
Oh, good. Lock him up.
You'll
meet a lot of guys that look like Santa in jail.
Probably not as friendly, though.
Yeah.
Maybe as jolly. I've always wanted to do a beer pub crawl. I've never done one. Have you ever done a crawl?
No, because I don't drink beer. And so none of it really appealed to me. I love like Edgar Wright movies, especially with oh gosh, I've totally forget their name. Nick Frost and gosh, what's his name? It's Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
So, and they have a movie called The End of the World or something like that. And it's them doing this pub crawl, but they're all kind of different stages in their life. And like one of them's kind of not into it anymore. One's like a dad. One's like super into it. It's the only thing he looks forward to all year round. And that's kind of a fun movie. But like I never could, I wouldn't make it past 2.
I think I'd be okay. But I don't have a group of friends that I would want to do it with. I've never been invited to a crawl.
Yeah.
It would take now at this point. I don't even know who I would go with. Like I'm not young enough to enjoy that anymore.
Well, that's the whole premise behind the movie. Is it's like this is the young thing you did, and like you can't relive those glory years. Like it's okay to let things go.
I know,
kind of thing.
but it just seems like it would have been fun to have.
I'm sure when you're in your 20s.
Yeah, like a group of people going from bar to bar to bar, and I grew up in Vegas around that time, so we technically did that.
It's but it wasn't like tough.
Yeah, but it wasn't a thing. It wasn't an adventure. We just went from bar to bar because there was a bunch of bars on the strip.
Right, that's different.
One day, maybe. Me and
No,
you,
definitely not.
will crawl together, Kristen.
I'll be picking Lily up after her crawl. That's how it goes.
That's probably what's going to happen. Oh, we can do one with Lily.
Oh, God.
I'll be
could
like
you
60,
imagine?
I think, by then.
I know.
Are you a FUBBER or FUBBER?
Mm.
It's PHUBBER. It's a new term from these kids. It's basically when you're snubbing the person. Oh, it's FUBBER. Yeah, it's FUBBER.
Okay.
Snubbing the person you're hanging out with by staring at your phone.
Oh, okay. So like phone and snubber.
And yeah, so I think I'm
Fubber.
a snubber.
Fubber.
That's
Phone.
A FUBBER.
A fubber.
Would you say you have any FUBBER tendencies?
I don't. Because every time I engage with somebody, I have my phone down. But
Yeah.
I'm also a therapist. So like I can't.
You've trained for years.
I can't do that. I can't be like, oh no, that sounds really hard on
Well, you can't do it in session.
No,
yeah.
I know. So like I'm kind of trained like when I talk to people like that I don't have my phone on me for the most part. I imagine that you probably have a different experience of me when I'm home where
Not as
I'm just
much.
trying to mellow out, but I'm also trying to have a conversation.
Yeah.
But you are 100% a fubber.
I am trying, as of 2 days ago, to get better at this. I realized it not too long ago that I was doing that, and I felt bad, and now I'm trying to change.
Talk to me about the feeling bad.
Well, because I didn't. It was all default because I've been playing on my phone. Because obviously I've been unemployed for a month, so me and my phone are my best friends now.
Yeah.
It's like 9 hours a day, which is horrible, and I'm trying to not do it as much. And I realized that I was having conversations with like Lily's
ChatGPT.
parents' friends and you. And what'd you say?
Who's Lily's parents' friends? Because aren't we
Lily's
Lily's parents?
friends' parents. Wait, Lily's friends' parents. I don't
Okay.
want to name them.
Yeah.
You know who they are. I would just tune out and start playing. Not necessarily tune out, but I would just pick up my phone.
Sure, like when they were hanging over. Yeah. Okay.
In lulls, I would
Mm.
go, oh yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to try and stop doing that. I did
Okay.
it. I noticed it a lot yesterday when you were talking to me, and my instinct was like, why haven't I
Yeah.
picked up my phone yet? I'm like, oh, I gotta knock that off. There's never anything interesting on it.
No, there's nothing it's this idea of like multitasking because the phone
Yeah.
has made it really popular to do that. But yes, it's very hurtful when you're trying to talk
Yes.
to somebody and they're looking at their phone. And you like are texting people in the middle of our conversation. Like somebody will text you and you're the person that has to text back immediately.
I know,
You
I
cannot
hate
wait.
it. I'll
and
forget,
so
and that's
in
why.
the middle
Yeah.
of me talking to you about my day, you pick up the phone and I see you and I'm like, there's no way he could be paying attention if he's thinking of what words to say to somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's just disparaging as the other person in
I
the
agree, yeah.
conversation.
I try to do it, or I'm more conscious, or I feel like I do it more when we're just chatting as opposed to having a conversation, where like you're sewing and we're just talking, and then if
Sure,
we're just
that's
kind of
different. If I'm
yeah.
also doing something.
yeah, if we're just kind of if I ever sit down and make eye contact with you, I don't think I do it as much, but there are times I'm sure.
No, you definitely do.
So don't be a fubber. Here's 3 ways to stop being a fubber.
Oh,
Put your phone
put your
on.
phone down.
Yeah.
The one and only way.
Set small boundaries at first. So I'm going to start that. I'm going to start setting boundaries. And then be honest. I am a fubber, Kristen.
So wait, what's your boundary that you're going to be setting? Because I don't think you're using boundary right.
What do you mean?
Because I think I'm the one that sets the boundary.
No, I set small. Try putting my phone away during meals or certain hours of the day. So I play on my phone a lot when I'm watching TV. I'm going to try to not do that.
Okay.
I'm going to, like, when we have conversations, I'm going to set my phone down and put it away from me. You know,
Okay.
it sounds easy, but it's hard.
Sure,
It's
but that's
just
not
baby
setting a
steps.
boundary.
Yeah, I'm setting boundaries. Like,
No,
I don't.
you're not.
Why
That's not what a
not?
boundary is.
Yes, it
You're
totally
talking to
is.
a therapist.
I'm putting my
This is
phone
all
away.
I do all day long.
Putting my phone away while watching TV.
A
That's a
boundary
boundary.
looks like, hey, Nick, I'm no longer going to have a conversation with you if you pick up your phone. And so when you do pick up your phone, I'm going to stop talking.
That's setting a boundary
That's
for
me.
you.
Yes, I know, but
I'm setting a personal
there's-
boundary.
you're setting a small goal. But all right, fine.
All right,
You're
fine.
setting a boundary.
I don't know. That's what the stupid thing said. It
You
says
just
boundaries.
ripped and read it from
I
the
didn't
internet.
rip and read it. I'm just showing. They said the steps. I'm doing the steps. And then notice when the last step is notice when other people do it to you. So you see how much it hurts.
You're like, ouch. Yes, that's
That
rude.
hurts, man. Yeah. So go out there and don't be fubbing. Don't fub around today.
Please don't.
Thank you for
People
listening.
hate you.
And unless you're listening to our podcast, then just ignore everybody else. Fub them. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you tomorrow.